MIB was a big hit back in '97 based off a short comic book that virtually no one ever heard of. It's my favorite movie of Will Smith. Thanks to its popularity, an animated series launched soon after, running for 4 seasons between movies 1 and 2. What I don't get is why is it so ignored? It's aimed at a general audience, but it doesn't suffer from this change. A lot of good people like Frank Parr, who worked on other fan favorite shows, like Batman, X-Men Evolution, and Gargoyles, with Greg Weisman writing a handful of episodes, kept the series top-notch. It's a faithful continuation of the first film with one exception. Kay didn't get his memory erased. So the duo continued their crazy antics stopping alien invasions in New York, along with Agent L as a supporting role. Unfortunately, with these differences, the animated series isn't in continuity, so you can't directly watch the series between the first 2 films. One of the biggest changes are the voices. You didn't expect Smith and Jones to do the animated series, so how are their replacements? Do they fill their shoes good? Yes. Ed Ross for season 1 and Greg Berger for the rest of the series plays Kay's deadpan reactions to situations spot on. Everything that you love from the film, from his never letting Jay drive the LTD to being by the book, is all here.
No.
Keith Diamond plays a more zanier Agent J. They tweaked his character a little bit. He's more slapstick, less hard edge. One of those concessions they had to do, I guess. But you can see he respects what Smith brought to Jay, puts those bits in his acting.
Aye, sir. Cool. Anything else?
Diamond gave the show its spark. Since Kay and L are really bland and serious, you need him to be over the top between those two. While the main actors didn't return, Smith did help create the opening theme. It's a very bizarre opening. It has Smith's music video flair, but it's also very creepy. The monsters are shown more dangerous. It reflects the original comic, but then breaks out in goofy dance poses. This definitely inspired Batman Beyond's opening. They did get Tony Shalhoub to voice Jeeves in season 1, as well as Vincent D'Onofrio to play Edgar Bug's brothers, and people tend to forget Jennifer Lean from Star Trek Voyager voiced Elle for the first 3 seasons. The great thing about it being a series, you can feature all kinds of stories, all different aliens. Those little things you wondered about from the film, like how does the Ford LTD get into the headquarters? You see that in the show. The car's booster mode used all the time. With it being animation, things were allowed to be bigger, cooler. The base was redesigned drastically. They heavily leaned into the whole airport immigration angle, but I never cared they got rid of the wide aesthetic, so it feels like a completely different base. I like that it's more expansive, but it didn't expand on what we saw. While the series is mostly standalone episodes, the characters do get some story threads and expansion to their backgrounds. Some episodes explored Kay and Jay's life before MIB. Agent L got promoted throughout the series, getting her own partner. The Worms get several episodes. They get to save the world from Edwin Bug, the brother of Edgar Bug. Frank the Pug's alien form is shown off a few times. They confirm Pug's newsstand guy is a robot. And they get to use a lot more of the weapons, including a few from the film, like that ball. Now, about the episodes. How good does translating a PG-13 movie into a Y7 show go? It doesn't affect it in any real way. The writers, foremost, did not want the series to be a generic cartoon. It's an action comedy with Jay shooting the noisy cricket and going through a wall without dying, but they keep it as realistic as they can. It's basically like you would be watching a standard police drama, just with Jay shrinking down into an Aquilian suit to do a bust. It also helps that they have aliens because they can happily show alien blood and guts, blow them up just like robots. The series' central theme is about teamwork, so many of the stories focus on Jay's improvement from rookie to a full-fledged MIB agent, and cracking that shell of Kay. The friendship between the 3 of them, as well as Zed, he gets used far better than what Zed got to do in all the films combined. Zed built up a lot of enemies over the years. We learned who invented the medical tech. In a time travel episode, we got Kay's original partner at the start of the film. The best thing about the series is they got the chance to use all the ancillary characters. The Worms are handled really good. I thought they would get annoying fast with their obsession with coffee, but it's tame and works into several plots. They even answer why they love the Java. Their king is the only one who's permitted to drink coffee on their planet, and the only reason why they're on Earth is because they lied and said they were chosen to be field agents. While most of the episodes take place on Earth, there's a few cases where they get to travel to other planets. If you love to know some of the more detailed inner workings of the MIB, the series helps you in that area. Even the Neuralizer gets some stuff. You wonder why they never used it on aliens? It only really works with human minds, so it can't be used as a get out of jail card. When I first watched the second film, I'm going, why isn't the Neuralizer a security feature built into the base? Now you know. I praise the show, but there are some downsides. Because the episodes loosely develop the main leads, episodes can feel samey. Some plots are variations on something that happened in the movie, or they repeat the whole Jay gets a special power episode. And any type of really big moment that could develop, it just gets resolved within the episode. The one I got really annoyed at was the season 3 finale where Jay screwed up big time, where he was fired and sent back to the NYPD. You'd think that'd be a good point of a cliffhanger. Nope, they resolved it in the episode. A lot of ideas from this episode got used as a basis for MIB2. That's a funny thing about this series.
Blew up a scroll, dear. Why didn't he just jump off the Empire State Building?
Agent L doesn't always get much to do. She helps mainly in the science department, so all the work is done off screen. Season 4 is where she gets used the most, but they did do a good job on L. Better than what they ended up doing in MIB2, making her disappear. Lean is really good at deadpan. You don't expect that when you've seen her playing the happy-to-please Kess on Voyager. They kind of keep the flirting between Jay and L, but it really doesn't go anywhere, bar a few jokes every so often.
Pardon.
Jay, you're so heavy.
Being stuck with mainly standalone episodes hurts the potential of the series, which sucked. There's loads of episodes that would have worked really well as two-parters. When Batman and Superman ran for the exact same amount of episodes, and they explored their characters in more detail. The series does have an ending. It's the only real two-parter, and they go the extra mile with the MIB revealing themselves to the planet because they were basically forced to. One of the areas I wish they had expanded on is when someone outside of the MIB would find out and develop it. Not just go the usual, oh, we're caught, neuro them. Make them bond, struggle with the decision of erasing their memory or not. Even with these issues, it's a worthy addition to the MIB franchise. I wish Sony wouldn't ignore it, finish releasing it on DVD. It should be in a big box set with all the films. It's not even done right on their streaming service. They alternate the seasons, so you can't just watch the whole thing. It's way better than the pointless fourth film and better than the second film. I got one question. Why was every episode called the Insert Title Syndrome? Was that a joke on Friends and their titles being that one with the insert title? Thanks for checking out the video. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. And if you remember a movie or a show that's long been forgotten, good or bad, leave it as a suggestion below. I'm always on the lookout for obscured stuff.